My name's James from Livestorm. Today we're going to be taking a look at how you can track UTM parameters from within the iframe of a registration form embedded in your own website. So let's say you want to put a Livestorm registration form in your own website to take registrants from your event, and you want to be able to track the people that have registered via your website. So you might have multiple different sources, integrations, maybe some manual registrations, or the Livestorm registration page. Those are places that people can register for your event, but you might want to put the registration form on your web page, and you want to track who is registering via that method. So we're going to take a look at that today. In this example, I'm just going to use a site called CodePen. You're going to have your very own website, and it's going to have its own HTML and CSS, JavaScript and things. Maybe it's you that manages this. Maybe you have a web design team who's going to put in the iframe code for you. But we're going to take a look here. So I've just got like a basic landing page of a demo that someone's put. And so we can see here's the website, and I've made a little area down here for registration form. And on my dashboard, I have a sample event. So this is your website, and this is your Livestorm dashboard. And here we have event. I'm going to go with event 2. Okay. So if we just click at the top here, and we want to look at the registration page, and I am logged in, of course, so I have all of my team member settings at the top here. So this icon here, embed on my website, you may already know where that is. You may have embedded an iframe before, but let's take a look. So this is for this registration page. So I'm going to take that iframe code, and that's the standard code that we would just put into our website. So for me, this is my website. You would have your code, and wherever you want to put the iframe, that's up to you. In my case, I have the area here, registration form. So this is all just sample data, and if we come here and save, fantastic. There's my Livestorm registration form. So now that I have that there, let's just move that up so we can get a better look. Okay, this is the website from the top, test website. We have some test text there, and then we have the registration form. So this is a great example of how you can embed the registration form into your own website. So if we want to track the UTM parameters now, so let's take a look at the documentation that we have. And here's some UTM parameters. So usually you would just add these UTM parameters onto your link. So here's a sample here. So how would we do this if we had an iframe? There's a slightly different way of doing it. So instead of adding these UTM parameters after the question mark here on the link, we can come here and we can see this is how we add it into the iframe. Okay. So there's a few different UTM parameters that we can use there. For my demo here, I'm going to use 3 different UTM parameters: UTM source, UTM campaign, and UTM content. Okay. So let's go back to my website code. Now to add in the parameters, all you have to do is after the word form, just put a question mark. And now we're free to put in our UTM parameters. So this is just telling the link. It's exactly the same, except we're putting the link into the iframe here. Okay, so that's going to be, I'm going to put that website. Now you can call this whatever you like, whatever your UTM system is. And then we can put multiple by putting an and mark there. So the and symbol. So it's a question mark after form. You put the UTM parameter equals, and then the name. And then you have and. And the second one I'm going to put is UTM campaign. And I'm going to call that 2024 because that means something to me. Let's say I have an annual sale and I want the campaign to be 2024. So that's what that's going to be. And we can add the third one in, another and symbol here. And we can say UTM source, or UTM, in this case, I'm going to put content equals demo registration. Okay, and I'm just going to check everything here. So every time after UTM, you have an underscore. So UTM underscore source, UTM underscore campaign, UTM underscore content. So it's always good just to double check everything there. And that's fine. So now we can see that the website has updated and nothing has actually changed on the visual registration form there. So the UTM parameters are in the background. So with that saved, I can go ahead and perform a test registration. So I'm just going to say James plus 234 at livestorm.co. That's a test email. And I'll say James test 1. I agree. Receive access link. Okay, fantastic. Now I'm just going to update that. So reload the page, and I think I'll do a second one. James plus 678 at livestorm.co. James test 2. So this is my second test registration. Receive access link for my event. So these registrations are all from my own website. So now if I come back into my dashboard and come back to my registration page, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the registration page link and just open up a new browser and just do a test from the registration page. So I don't want to be logged in, so I just want to use a new browser. I'm going to use Safari. As you can see, I'm logged in there, so it's always good if you want to do a test just to come out into a different browser, one that I'm not logged into Livestorm, so I'm not a team member. I'm just a general member of the public, and I know about this event, and that's it there. And I'm going to say my test email is 987livestorm.co. Okay, register now. Now you can see that's the same registration form. It's just not on my website. So James test 3. So this is just going to be a good test because we're going to see that the UTM parameters, those fields aren't there in the dashboard in one moment. Okay, I'm registered. So I've had 3 registrations for my event so far. And I'm going to come to event 2. And I can see 1, 2, 3. So this James Plus test, that's me. I'm the team member for this demo account, but these are the 3 registrations that I've made. Okay, now if you want to see this data, you can come along here and you just have to make sure that your UTM fields are selected here. Okay. So these registrations are so new, I just need to refresh my page. Okay. And there we go. So UTM term, I didn't use that one, so this is a good example. You can select whichever UTM fields you need. Content. So I did do content, but I didn't use the term UTM parameter, so I can remove that. I don't need that. I'm not using it, and I can come back over here. So these 2 test registrations, they're from my website with the iframe embedded in the website, and the top one there without the UTM source content campaign, that is from my Livestorm registration page that doesn't have the UTM parameters in the iframe. So by this information, I can easily identify that this person and this person have registered for my event via my own website. So as I said at the start, you can use a UTM parameter in a link. You can use it in other methods, anywhere else that you can use a UTM parameter, and you can decide the contents of those fields there. So another example is you might have 10 different sections of your website, and you might have a registration page on each of the different sections, or you might choose to use it on a different website or a different subdomain, and you can use that information to identify where people have registered for your event from. So it's a really good thing that you can use. If you have any questions, or if you have anything that might not be working for you with your UTM parameters or your iframe, please let us know here. Please reach out to us so that we can assist you to getting your UTM parameters customized exactly how you want them. Thank you. Have a nice day.